What's up, YouTube world? This is Errrjay back with another episode of Shootin' the Breeze with Errrjay. And on today's episode, I am going to be talking about Greyhounds. MiracleHerb suggested this to me, so I looked up some fun facts about Greyhounds, and yeah, let's see if I found any that you weren't aware of. You said you're a huge lover of the Greyhounds breed, so I would be surprised if I found something that you didn't already know, because I didn't scour the ends of the internet for information. Sorry. But I did find some cool facts that I didn't know. I didn't know too much about Greyhounds, so let's just get into them, shall we? The first one is they're ancient Egyptian. First accounts were around 3000 BC. That's about 5,000 years ago. That's a long time. It's a very long time. So, yeah, they're probably the oldest, if not the oldest, dog breed. And they're really, 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 really fast. They could run up to 45 miles an hour if they're a racing dog. So imagine just driving 45 miles an hour and a racing greyhound, or 40 miles an hour, and a racing greyhound could beat you. That's pretty insane to think about. They must have to be quick though, because they're hunter dogs. I knew that much, that they were hunter dogs. In the Middle Ages, only noble rich people owned them because they were close to becoming extinct. So the rich people owned them because they were like, we could feed them and breed them and save them. And if somebody harmed a greyhound or killed a greyhound, it was a crime. And it was punishable, I believe I saw up to death. Which is good, Don't be killing animals for no reason, you know what I mean? In Roman mythology, or Greek mythology, Diana, the goddess of wildlife, is usually pictured with a greyhound because she represents wildlife and the hunt, like greyhounds do. And I thought that was a pretty cool fact. I always like hearing of animals, being mentioned in like Roman or Greek mythology and being next to the gods. Like I had an episode about cats. So I always thought that was cool. It shows how important they have been throughout history. Greyhounds were also mentioned in the Bible. So, I mean, I guess you could add that to the cap of greyhounds. Like, they were the first mammal. I don't know. I shouldn't say the first mammal in the Bible, but they were mentioned in the Bible. I forget the exact proverb. I didn't type it down. My apologies. But yeah, they were in the Bible. President Hayes adopted the first dog into the White House in 1878, and that dog was a greyhound named Grim. So a greyhound named Grim was the first dog ever adopted into the White House. Thanks, President Hayes. Nice deed. In England, they call a great athlete a greyhound. Usually because they're fast, they're strong, they're dedicated, they're loyal to what they do, Christopher Columbus, as nasty of a human being as he is, brought the first greyhound to the New World. So you could thank Christopher Columbus for greyhounds being over here, MiracleHerb. I guess he wasn't all bad. Just 99.9%, I'm kidding. I'll say like 85%. Like, he did bring some stuff over here, spices and all that stuff. So that's good too. It's just he was a terrible, terrible human being. Uh, Frederick the Great put in his will to be buried with his greyhound. That's how much he loved his greyhound. He wanted to be buried with them. And the last fact I have here is Florida has the most greyhound races, and most greyhounds that are brought over to Canada were raised and raced in Florida. So I thought that was pretty nifty too. And that's all the fun facts I have on greyhounds. I apologize I didn't, dive 20 feet deep into it, but I did look at a couple websites, and that's what I pulled out. So yeah, Greyhounds seem like cool dogs, man. Sorry, I'm worn out from WrestleMania last night, part 1. WrestleMania night 2's tonight. Woo! It's gonna be raucous. You should totally check it out, MiracleHerb. It's free for new subscribers on the WWE Network. You don't even have to pay, There's not going to be a crowd. It's going to be pretty weird. But if it's anything like last night, it won't be half bad. So, yeah. But anyways, enough of WrestleMania talk. This is about Greyhounds. Sorry. I had to put a plug for WrestleMania, though. You know how I am. Anyways, so yeah, Greyhounds seem like they would be cool dogs to own. It seems like you would need a spacious house, which I do not. So that's the only thing. But if you were one of those people that like to catch natural game and stuff, and cook it up and shit and eat it, Greyhound might be the dog for you. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this episode, MiracleHerb, and anybody else who's watching, or who watched this. It's not live, so you can't be watching it right now. As I'm speaking, I mean. Stop confusing myself in the world, RJ. Anyways, yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this. I hope maybe I did give you a fun fact or two that you did not know. Like I said, I doubt it if like you said, you really love greyhounds. So I'm sure you knew everything that I said, which is fine. But yeah, so thank you, MiracleHerb, for the suggestion. And until next time, everybody, stay safe out there. And peace.